Welcome. My name is Tyler Gates. I'm the managing principal of Brightline Interactive and proud supporter of Miriam's Kitchen. I'm also co-chair of the Leadership Council at Miriam's Kitchen, and I am joined here by my good friend, Ellie. Ellie?
Hi, everyone. My name is Ellie. I'm the Corporate Partnerships Officer at Miriam's Kitchen.
And we are so excited to be here for the More Than a 5K. Now, this is a virtual 5K, virtual race. There have been participation from all over the country. There's been people running, walking, hiking, biking, and everything else. And then we have people who aren't even running or participating in the actual 5K that are also participating in the overall More Than a Meal campaign. All right, Ellie, before we get into more about the virtual 5K, let's share with everyone a little bit more about Miriam's Kitchen.
Yeah, definitely. Miriam's Kitchen was founded in 1983 to meet the urgent needs of people experiencing homelessness in Washington, D.C. But in the past, 37 years, Miriam's Kitchen's really become an organization that provides more than a meal. And no matter what we do, our mission is guided by our value that our guests are at the center of everything we do. So, during the pandemic at the start, pandemic or otherwise, really, from meals to housing, Miriam's Kitchen's mission is to end chronic and veteran homelessness by providing a pathway from hot, made from scratch meals to permanent supportive housing for our most vulnerable neighbors. Miriam's Kitchen serves, 70,000 meals a year to folks who would otherwise be experiencing hunger, and houses over 100 people a year, folks that would otherwise be living without a home. I know that this has made an impact on not only the people we serve, but our volunteers, our supporters, our donors, and partners.
Wow, it's incredible the work that Miriam's Kitchen has been doing, is doing right now, and will continue to do. And the impact is known. I mean, but what was it actually that inspired this 5K? Because Miriam's Kitchen has done races before and things like that, but what was it that sort of was the driving force behind this 5K?
Yeah, absolutely. We've been so blessed to work with those volunteers and donors and supporters and partners, the people that really made our mission possible since the beginning of the pandemic, who made it possible for us to continue supporting our guests and, really being for them in their most critical time of need. And so we wanted to create some kind of way for us all to connect, right? I think there's, a distinct lack of connection right now, given how we have to socially be distant and are physically removed from everyone. So we wanted to create, a space for our community to come together to really build that sense of community, but also raise critical funds and awareness around ending veteran homelessness.
Yeah, and there's so much more that can be done right now, honestly, with using virtual capacities. And we obviously, across the country, we have participants who have already run, and we have some who are running right now. And that just shows what more can be done. And it's just really incredible to be a part of an organization like this that's willing to consider what more can be done.
So Tyler, tell us all why you decided to participate in the 5K.
Ellie, listen, I first participated in the 10K for MK 2 years ago. I wasn't actually able to run it. I got sick the night before. And so my younger brother, stepped up, decided to run it on my behalf after very little training. He got out there and he did such a great job that then it inspired him to want to run the next year in the Marine Corps Marathon. So it inspired him to go from a 10K to a marathon, which was incredible. But that marathon actually required a significant amount of training. And so my brother and I actually ended up started to run together for the first time. We've never run together in our lives. And so it really brought us together. And so when we came around to wanting to do this virtual 5K, I knew that my brother Judson and I were definitely going to have to participate together. So for me, it was a no-brainer, but it was really just, it's about more than that for us, though. It's about the impact that we can have, and that we can see that we can have, not just running a 5K, but doing it virtually, doing it in this capacity so that we could share it with so many more people. So Ellie, what's the impact? We know that running a 5K is a great way it's a great fundraiser. It's a great way to increase awareness for the organization overall, but it's more than that. It's more than just a fundraiser. So What is the impact of this 5K?
Yeah, at Miriam's Kitchen, we focus on serving our neighbors experiencing chronic homelessness, and many of them are veterans experiencing homelessness. Nationally, it's a crisis, and we've made a lot of progress. Veteran homelessness, especially in DC, has decreased by 40%. But nationally, veterans experiencing homelessness, 70% are, Black. Over 50% have some kind of disability income, and they're more likely to have chronic health problems or physical disability. And that means that our homeless veterans are particularly vulnerable to COVID-19. And because of this, we know that ending homelessness and ending homelessness for our veterans creates health equity. And honestly, in fact, people of color are disproportionately affected by homelessness and impact of homelessness, even after controlling for income and other, extenuating factors. Locally, 86% or so of the people experiencing homelessness in Washington, D.C. are people of color. So the racial disparities in this work are evident, and we know ending homelessness also creates racial equity. And I think it's really these two things that underpin our, steadfast commitment to our mission of ending homelessness. And that's why this 5K is so incredible. We get to have amazing supporters like you, Tyler, and folks around the country really coming together to make a difference on this day.
Yeah, so Ellie, the impact is it's known, and it seems so obvious. And it really is, it's felt. And you talk about participants all over the country. Tell us a little bit more about that. Who is participating, who has already participated, and who is participating right now?
Yeah, absolutely. It's so thrilling. We have almost 150 people signed up for our More Than a Meal campaign, which is the overarching campaign for this 5K. And 130 of them are actually registered to participate, whether that be through running, taking a scooter around DC, Pelotoning, whatever people are doing to participate, they're engaging with us in this event. So it's thrilling to have all of these, partner teams that have organize their organizations to fundraise. We have individuals from across the country, military veterans that are involved. We have current, military folks, people who are serving in our military right now, who are advocating on behalf of Miriam's Kitchen and the work that we do to end veteran homelessness and really bringing awareness to this, incredible issue. So we're thrilled to see so many people coming together today to really celebrate that work.
All right, Ellie, it's time to get to running. Enough talking. We have participants from all over the country, and we've gathered videos from everyone, and we would love to show everyone now. Let's check it out.
Now, Good Morning Washington on your side.
And veterans helping veterans by giving back.
That's right. Today, military men and women are getting ready to serve homeless vets.
Good Morning Washington's John Gonzalez live for us this morning in Northwest at Miriam's Kitchen to tell us what this place is all about. Good morning, John.
Good morning, and such good work goes on this Veterans Day by men and women honoring our veterans, and this is a special place. I am inside Miriam's Kitchen, specifically inside the food storage area, and take a look at the kitchen here. This is the ground level of the Western Presbyterian Church here in Northwest D.C., and again, such great work. Volunteers are on their way, but Scott Schenkelberg, the CEO of Miriam's Kitchen, is already here with us. Chef Cheryl is also here. We're in her kitchen right now. Scott, tell me about the work you guys do on a day like this. How does it work exactly?
So Miriam's Kitchen's been around for 36 years. We worked in both veteran and chronic homelessness in D.C. So it also often starts with a great meal. And we've been doing this for 36 years using volunteers, great ingredients, great chefs like our Chef Cheryl to produce a high-quality meal that gets people off the street and a great start to their day. And then hopefully starts a journey towards housing.
And Chef Cheryl is over there starting to prep, waiting for her volunteers to show up. We're going to start feeding veterans in just a little bit this morning. You see, Chef Cheryl, give me a big hi. We're going to be talking to Chef Cheryl and Scott and volunteers throughout the morning here at Miriam's Kitchen. Back to you.
Hey everybody, this is Scott Schenkelberg. I'm the CEO of Miriam's Kitchen, and I just wanted to say thanks to all of you who are participating in our virtual 5K for our More Than a Meal campaign. Miriam's Kitchen is more than a meal. We are dedicated to ending chronic homelessness in Washington, D.C. And across the last 8 months, we have maintained our operations to make sure that our guests who are experiencing chronic homelessness are not left in the lurch during the pandemic. I'm so grateful to everybody, whether you've been a staff member who've continued to work at Miriam's throughout the pandemic, whether you are a supporter who has given more than you might normally across that time, or whether you're just now, participating in the 5K for MK to help us serve our guests. So I'm so grateful for all of your support, and thank you. I'm out doing my 5K right now every day. If I'm lucky, I go out and walk around the National Mall, and it is a beautiful sight. In the background, you can see the Lincoln Memorial. So thank you so much for making sure that we can end chronic homelessness in Washington, D.C., and thinking of all the veterans who've experienced homelessness over the number of years, and making sure that we can also end veterans' homelessness. Thank you, everyone. Take care.
Hi, I'm Bob, Clinical Director at Miriam's Kitchen. Thanks for all your support for the Miriam's Kitchen 5K.
Miriam's Kitchen has been doing amazing work, especially during the pandemic. It's super important to take care of our community.
Issues in this country that lead people to suffer from hunger have always been an issue, but in light of everything that has gone on in 2020, it's more important now than ever to make sure that every person does their part to pitch in and help those who are a little less fortunate than they are. So today I wanted to make sure that I ran a 5K and made a donation to Miriam's Kitchen to help towards that effort. But most importantly, I want to make sure that the action that's performed today isn't a one-off, and that is something that is continuously done, because a full stomach today or a full stomach tomorrow might not be a full stomach a year from now, and there are always going to be those people who
I'm Jimmy Stewart, and I'm running Miriam's Kitchen More Than 5K this Veterans Day. As a child, I experienced food insecurities and was doubled up for many years. As an adult, I've learned the importance of not ignoring those experiencing homelessness, because it is dehumanizing. As a veteran, it is especially important to help those who have served. I hope you'll join me in supporting this amazing organization.
Yep.
Hi, I'm May.
And I'm her daughter, Kylie.
And we have been practicing gratitude.
This is our gratitude pumpkin.
And the pandemic has really reminded us about what's important. And one of those big things is having a place to call home. And so that's why we're doing the Miriam's Kitchen 5K. We want to support our neighbors, right?
Neighbors.
Hi, my name is Fishman. I'm a case manager at Miriam's Kitchen. In our dining room, what's currently our outdoor tent set up to serve guests during the pandemic. I'm coming to you from the very luxurious hub, which is the center of our office operations, downstairs where we do administrative work. Thank you so much for supporting Miriam's Kitchen by participating in this 5K. I see every day the huge gap between the amount of resources available to guests and the needs that exist. Thank you so much for helping narrow that gap.
Miriam's Kitchen está haciendo un trabajo increíble. Apoyo el trabajo que están haciendo, sobre todo durante la pandemia, porque es muy importante que la gente se sienta contenida y tenga una comida.
Hi, I'm Tom Sawanabori, and I'm doing the 5K for Miriam's Kitchen. I'm excited to be able to do this to help the homeless here in the D.C. area. I first learned about Miriam's Kitchen when I volunteered in the kitchen together with some co-workers several years ago. Since then, I learned they do a lot more than meals. They provide a safe environment, provide social services, and ultimately permanent supportive housing. As a Navy veteran, I can really empathize with those who are in our area who are veterans who are homeless. We really need to do more to help them get them off the streets. So what can you do? You can volunteer, you can chip in, you can join a team, and together we can make a difference.
Hey, this is Robert Doe with Brightline Interactive, and I'm out here in my neighborhood running my 5K for Miriam's Kitchen. And I'd like to first off start off thanking Miriam's Kitchen for all of the hard work that they do. Ending homelessness here in the United States, it's not an easy task, but it's also not impossible. There's communities around the country that have done it. It just takes a lot of time, takes a lot of energy, and it takes funds, it takes money. So if you're watching this, I really encourage you to take a moment, look at Miriam's Kitchen, look at all the great work that they've done, great work that they're doing, and if you can, give some money to help and support. If you're not able to do that, that's fine. Please spread the love, spread the energy, and share this message out to others so that we can, support Miriam's Kitchen and support this incredible cause that they have in front of them.
Hi, this is Donnie and Rebecca. We are supporters of Miriam's Kitchen. Actually, Rebecca and I had the distinct pleasure last year to go to Miriam's Kitchen and volunteer for the first time. And it had such a profound effect upon us that when we came back home to lovely Madison, Wisconsin, we started working with our local charity.
Here in Madison, there are opportunities to take angels off trees at Christmas time and participating shopping centers, and then go through and give them clothes, toys, whatever they need. Our opportunity to serve at Miriam's Kitchen showed us how needed this is in every community across America, and down to the most basic needs, underwear, socks, and we've been committed to providing things since we got back home, both at Christmas and year-round through our local community cards closet, which provides clothes to children and families all year round that need them.
So Miriam's Kitchen work has such an impact, not just there in the DC area, but it's had such a profound effect upon us that it's carrying out through the country. So we will be running the 5K today in support of Miriam's Kitchen to raise money, and we hope that all of you do too. Thank you so much for all the great work that you guys do. We really appreciate it, and it's an honor to be a part of this great race and this great organization.
Thank you.
Hey everybody, it's Sean Mason, Director, Federal Government Affairs for Altria Group, and also co-chair of the Leadership Council at Miriam's Kitchen. Today I wanted to, one, celebrate and say thank you to those who participated in Miriam's Kitchen's More Than a 5K for Veterans Day. Veterans homelessness is a critical issue, especially in the Washington, D.C. area, and I just wanted to say thank you again to those who participated, engaged, and brought key awareness to this critical issue. Miriam's Kitchen holds a special place in my heart, one, because I volunteer there, and also because I've seen the great work that this organization does to build a stronger community in D.C. So hats off to everybody, the staff, the volunteers, and the supporters, and let's run this 5K. Bye.
Hi, I'm Adam, and I'm the Deputy Director at Miriam's Kitchen, and I'm running this virtual 5K to celebrate Miriam's Kitchen's work to reduce and end veteran homelessness, and our work to finish the race of ending all homelessness. Thanks so much for everyone that's involved, because we could not do this without you.
Hi, my name is Ellie Trupa, and I'm a staff member at Miriam's Kitchen. I have the distinct pleasure of being able to work with our corporate partners who make our mission possible. I want to give a special shout out to our More Than a Meal sponsors, Brightline Interactive, Foley & Larner, Deloitte, Clark Construction, Claro Group, and Moya Design Partners. And it's not too late if you haven't joined the More Than a Meal campaign. Visit www.miriamskitchen.org/morethanAmeal to learn how you can become a partner today.
Hey Team MK, as a part of my 5K, I'm headed to Miriam's Kitchen to see if we can catch the last bit of our dinner shift. I'll take you with me. I'm stopping along the way on my run to Miriam's Kitchen to let you know that chronic and veteran homelessness has decreased significantly since 2012. In fact, veteran homelessness has decreased by almost 40%, but we still have a long way to go, and that's why your support is more critical than ever. Hey team, I've almost finished my 5K through the streets of our nation's capital to Miriam's Kitchen. Stay tuned. Looky here, we're here. So excited to show you behind the scenes of dinner at Miriam's Kitchen.
Pre-coronavirus, Miriam's Kitchen guests would come in through that door right there and join our community and share a hot, fresh, healthy meal served by our wonderful and incredible kitchen team. Now, we're doing it outside but we're still fulfilling our mission every single day, ensuring that we can guide people home.
Run back down if we need more. Okay.
Now I'm in our case management tent where our dedicated case managers work with our guests to get them connected to supportive services and ultimately to housing. This is how we guide people home. Thanks for following along and joining us for our celebration of your 5K participation.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Ensign Wolf. I'm on board the USS O'Kane. I'm a surface warfare officer in the United States Navy. I'm here in San Diego. I'm actually from Virginia, though, and I used to work out of DC. So DC is a second home to me. When I was in DC, I learned about Miriam's Kitchen and the work that they were doing for homelessness, which is absolutely amazing. My best friend actually has the pleasure of working for them, and she let me know about the fundraiser that they're currently doing for our homeless veterans. It's called More Than a Meal 5K. It's going to provide meals and homes for our veterans. And with Thanksgiving coming up, we definitely want to raise awareness, give back, show everyone what we're thankful for. I do believe that nobody should be without a home, and especially our veterans who have served for us. And I'm very passionate about that, being in the military myself. I'm very grateful for the opportunity that I have to serve, and I want to make sure to show how grateful I am for those who have served before me. So I would like to raise awareness, ask you all to donate with me, run that 5K, and I really want to show my support to Miriam's Kitchen, who is doing this wonderful fundraiser and gives back. So please join me, and thank you.
Please help us end veterans homelessness. Excited to hit the Appalachian National Scenic Trail. Technically, we're not going to go from Maine to Georgia, although that would be amazing. But as a family, we are just walking around Harper's Ferry today. Okay, here we are. We are doing our more than a 5K for Miriam's Kitchen, hoping that everyone will follow our lead and help join this cause to end chronic homelessness in DC. Today, as a family, we were going to go ahead and do a bike 5K, but instead we found ourselves in gorgeous Harper's Ferry. So we are just walking alongside the train. I might have to take a break in a second and just taking in all the views. Okay, we're doing our 5K for Miriam's Kitchen. Masked up for socially distanced safety, of course, and taking in all these amazing views.
Hey everybody, my name is Doug, and I'm super excited to be participating in Miriam's Kitchen 5K this week. This cause is so close to home for me because as a veteran, I just hate to see so many homeless vets that are out there, and anything that we can do to raise funding, raise awareness, and support that community is extremely important to me. So I hope that you will talk to your friends and your family and consider also donating and participating in this amazing event this weekend. Thanks.
In order to end homelessness among veterans, it's really critical that we center the voices of those most impacted. At Miriam's Kitchen, they take that philosophy to heart and into action. We see it through services and supports that are geared specifically to veterans. We see it with Action Board members and activists that are veterans, and a community that is welcome to veterans and others that shows respect and dignity for all. When I look for where I'm going to invest my time and my money, I look for organizations like Miriam's Kitchen that walk alongside those they serve. My name is Kristen, and I'm from New Jersey.
Hi, I'm Liam from New Jersey, and I support Miriam's Kitchen because they do such vital work within the community to end homelessness. And they have a specific focus on ending veteran homelessness, which I think is vitally important. I come from a family of veterans, so I know the service that they've given, and we really appreciate their service to our country. So thank you, Miriam's Kitchen, for all the work that you do, and to all the veterans out there, thank you for your service.
We're the Gates Brothers, and we're running this 5K for More Than a Meal.
My brother Judson and I started running 2 years ago together at the 10K for MK, and we're still running today together, so let's get after it.
We ended our More Than a Meal 5K here at the heart of our nation's capital, where we can make change happen.
And change is exactly what we need. On behalf of my brother Judson and my whole team at Brightline Interactive, we believe that we can end veteran and chronic homelessness in the Washington, D.C. area.
And on this 4th of July, we are honoring veterans and the great organizations who serve them. Here's a look at one Vietnam vet's journey from living on the streets to finding his way home.
I was a combat medic in Vietnam. I thought I was so together when I got out to service, but I had death in the family and some years later, and so I lost all perspective in terms of paying bills, being responsible, that kind of thing. Maybe a year or so ago, I realized that that was PTSD. Well, I had just hit the street as a homeless person, and one of my buddies that I met on the street introduced me to Miriam's Kitchen. Miriam's Kitchen is a nonprofit organization that serves the homeless population here in D.C. I would say at least 15 years out of the 17 years I was on the street, I was a regular in Miriam's Kitchen. Of the many services that they provide, housing is one of them. As a matter of fact, I got my housing as a result of interaction with Miriam's Kitchen. I can go home now. I have a key to myself, let myself in, and do whatever I want, relax, take a shower, all the things that you can't do when you're on the street. This is the way life is supposed to be, and I'm loving it.
Wow, Ellie, that was quite an accomplishment. There's so many different people participating in so many different ways. It's so incredible to see that type of participation and that type of enthusiasm, don't you think?
Absolutely. It was incredible.
So we know that there are so many different ways that people can get involved with Miriam's Kitchen in the More Than Meal campaign. So tell our viewers now, Ellie, how can people get more involved? Now that we're inspired by what we just saw, how can we get more involved?
I mean, if you're watching this right now, you're already getting involved, which is the first step, and it's great. And then I would just consider participating in a 5K if you're not already doing it, and getting moving or donating to the cause. You know, every step and every dollar counts in our race to end veteran homelessness, and we're cheering you on. And you can always visit www.miriamskitchen.org/morethanAmeal to learn more about how you can make an impact. And then breaking news, of course, we actually had, some folks at Miriam's Kitchen this morning interviewing, a volunteer of ours who is a military veteran, as well as one of our newest chefs on the team who is also a military veteran. So you can check that out by checking out our YouTube channel and also subscribing so you're up to date on everything going on at MK.
Okay, so let's get into that now. I mean, there's this just the More Than a Meal campaign is incredible on its own. But what else is on the horizon for Miriam's Kitchen?
Thanks for asking, Tyler. The pandemic really increased food insecurity, economic instability, and honestly is projecting to increase homelessness in Washington, D.C. Significantly. And so Miriam's Kitchen has already met the challenges of COVID-19 and the other things going on right now. We're preparing to meet that even more so and address that projected impact on our community. We're committed to our vision of ending chronic and veteran homelessness. Like I said, pandemic or otherwise, Miriam's Kitchen's mission is to guide people home.
Well, listen, Ellie, this has been incredible. This has been so much fun to be involved in, to participate in, both in running and talking with you and learning more about what's happening here with the More Than Meal campaign.
On behalf of everyone at Miriam's Kitchen, we just want to thank everyone who participated in this 5K, whether that was through, jogging your own 5K, by sponsoring the campaign, or if you're a staff member actually making this work possible. You inspire me, my team, and our supporters every single day with the work that you do. So thank you for participating. We're so grateful for your support.
On behalf of my entire company at Brightline Interactive, and specifically the veterans at Brightline Interactive, as well as the Leadership Council at Miriam's Kitchen, we just wanted to say thank you for everyone who's participated in this virtual 5K, and we look forward to seeing you soon.